Good evening, everyone. We're going to be playing some studies in sorcery this evening, per usual. That's all I've been playing lately because that's what's on Kickstarter right now. I've been streaming games of the solo mode of studies in Kickstarter, and you know what? I really appreciate everyone who has watched the videos and given feedback and said how much this helped them, see the game and get into it and back the game just based on these videos. That makes me feel really great. I've been playing these because I like the solo mode. It's a good way for me to like focus on the game. Get in even more playtesting. This game has been playtested so much. But I've really just been jamming on the solo mode. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to do something different from the last few videos that I've done lately. This one, you'll notice playmat's not out. I have the playmat right over here. But I'm going to play like just the core game here. None of the frills. This is what you get at the $19 pledge level. These are all prototype components, I should say. This is printed from a local print on demand service, not the full service you'll get with all the stretch goals and all that goodness, but a pretty close approximation to give you an idea. But this is the core game with the three schools that come in it: reanimation, sorcery, and alchemy. So no divination this time, no playmat, just the thing, which is in fact a lovely thing. So I'll be playing that, and I hope you enjoy it. So I've set up the game here. We've got our moon track giving us our week by week, and our semester track here going our month by month, and we're in week one, month one. I've set up the market of projects. We've got our stock items as well, the three grave piles and the grave deck. And I'm going to try just putting my projects over here. I feel like every single video I'm playing with a different layout. And this one is no different. So we're going to try this because I think it gives room for like my face over here. I got my extra credit and demerit tokens there, and just a little token organizer thing. So we'll try this. I don't know. I'm always trying to find the right way to carve up the space so it shows well on video. All right. First things first, I have a thesis. Well, you always get my research grant, some cash in hand. That's always good. A choice of two thesis cards and a choice of two starting projects. These are just from the normal 100 project deck. All right. State of the Dark Guard. I could go for 4 200 level projects, or Diligent, 2 100, 2 200, and 2 300. All right. These are actually fairly similar as far as thesis cards go, and they're both about where you're going to focus your education. Or is it all about your sophomore year? Is it spread out? I'm going to go with spread out. Let's get a little bit of each. Now the trick here generally on this one is being able to nail those 300 level projects based on experience. That's where you're like, this is easy. You just get 2 here, you get 2 here, and 2 there. What's hard? It's having the momentum to carry you through to those 300 projects, even though you did those other things. So we'll keep an eye on that. I put out a request for what people wanted to see on this stream, and one of them was just show the base game, and the other was Bone Sphere. Well, I can't guarantee your Bone Sphere will show up here. It isn't here yet, but if it is, I guarantee you, I will pivot and I will go put all the bones in the Bone Sphere. That is my promise to you. Um, we'll see if that situation materializes. That's a 200 level project, for those of you who don't know. So we only have one column of 200 level projects at this point. It's normal to not get a whole lot of Bone Sphere early on. All right, so I'm going with Diligent. I want to spread evenly across my whole education here. What do I want to have take me there? I got a Veil of Darkness, which is a sorcery project. Works best in the new moon. Works only in the new moon. And Crawling Claw. These are both great. Let's see. Neither of them goes particularly better with the Diligent thesis. I'd be happy to start with either of them. Now, Crawling Claw you can kind of build around with and set up some combos, do some alchemy projects, handle some materials that you can't find. That's nice. Being able to, if I can complete Veil of Darkness early and just take a whole bunch of cards from the discard, that's also great. Neither of these have I done on stream recently, so it's toss up to me. I'm feeling my buddy Crawling Claw today. You know what? Underappreciated reanimation project. Does more work than you would expect. So I'm just gonna throw these off to the side here, vaguely where you can see. I mean, this will be my hand. I'm gonna want my hand in my hand because that's what I'm used to. But we'll start it there. All right, here we are. We have $5 that we could spend. We have a crawling claw. We have our thesis. The board's set up. What do we want to do here? You know, there is a classic opener here, and that's Spectral Sight. You can do that turn one. Just dump your money and get a Spectral Sight, and it's not bad. It's actually quite good. Let's go ahead and do that because if I passed on the sorcery project, which gave me a special moon power, so setting one up would be great. So my first turn, I'm going to take a buy action. Take buy action, trade cards in hand. I got this research grant worth $5, so I got $5 worth of spending power, and I'm going to grab Spectral Sight, which is worth 1, Candles, which is worth 2, and Vial, which is worth another 2. So that's a total of 5. Just paid for my Spectral Sight, and I plan on finishing it today. All right, let's replace that in the market row. Now we are playing solo mode. So I'm going to have a robot player that's going to mess with the situation and is a potential score that I can compete against. So what we do is we discard the top card of the deck and we do what it says. By what it says, I mean you consult the chart, or if you played it like basically twice or so, you will have memorized the whole chart. Maybe even after one game. That's the left pile there that they take with that. So I'll add that to the robots pile off camera here. And it's like a player, it resets the pile there. Okay, so we're into the commit step of the first week of school. Now I have a plan here, and the plan is to put these materials straight into my Spectral Sight and get it done right away. That's the plan. That's why we went shopping. That's why we did everything. Then we complete projects, being very systematic walking through these so you can see in a single player game there's not much of a need to break between those steps. All right, so we've completed that project. That was easy. One turn project, 1 point on the board. That's how Spectral Sight likes to be done. We're on to week 2. Now, why did I do that? Why did I do it so fast? So Spectral Sight here has been completed, you'll note, and it has the moon on there, the full moon, which is where we are right now, and gives me an action, that little quill symbol. That's the project action symbol. So I can look through all gray piles and take any 3 cards. Then afterwards, I'm going to deal a card to each. So since there's no other players here, it's just me. I'm going to flip these face up so it makes it nice and easy. All right, I get 3 cards. Well, you know what? I don't love my options here. Obviously want to grab one of them. I want to grab this Limbs card for my Crawling Claw. Past that, I would certainly just like the money out of this rib cage for 2. That seems good. And I got 1 more I can take. Mismatch Bone has a lot of flexibility. It kind of depends on what projects I'm going to be picking up for the market next, because I am going to need to do that. I would love money to help me get there, which didn't really happen here in this pull. But I'm seeing, maybe I'm going to make Worm Golem happen. We'll see. I'll grab a worm as my last item. Actually, we'll grab this worm. All right, so I got my 3 cards. Let's flip these back over. 1 on each pile. Then where our robot friend goes. They grab Ribs, which is the middle pile, so they're adding that to their score pile. 1, 2. All right, so I can commit cards. I'm going to commit my hand here. Oops, I flipped this back over when I put it down, didn't I? That's completed. Complete these limbs to the Crawling Claw there. Now I'll need the candle to finish that, and I didn't go shopping for one. So that's not even an option. But, oh well. I can shift this up, can't I? A little better? I don't know. Let me know. I can see comments here. It's possible. I've got the window up. I've got the things. It's tricky windowing on a laptop, but we got through all that. We're on to week 3. I have no cards in hand. I'm not going to go buying. I am going to go digging. Let's see what showed up. Oh my! Well, I said I wanted money, and I got money. That's $7 worth of currency right there, which I'd be happy to throw into the market. I'm going to take that. That sets me up nicely. How about the robot? Robot is going to take the largest pile, which happens to be the rightmost. There's a tie. It will take the leftmost of those piles, much like a player would. All right, we can commit, but I have nothing to commit. I need candles, and I don't have any candles, so we'll go straight on to week 4 of month 1. Now, do we shop now, or do we see what comes out? Advantage of shopping now. I did kind of want that worm golem. I did. I don't need that worm golem. It's not essential to any kind of strategy I got going on here. Other options, I do like putting together Reanimate. The reason why I might be looking at Worm Golem or Cleansing Cauldron also a great card, um, is that those cards are about to fall off at the end of the month and be replaced with new goodies. So if I want to act on them, I want to act on them now. Nothing in particular stands out to me as being a combo piece. Yes, I haven't decided what my strategy is, other than I know that I will fail people if I don't take a Bone Sphere when it comes up. Reanimate could help me roll the Bone Sphere faster, but it also, is going to eat up the bones that I would need for that. I kind of want to just get a Worm Golem going, because you know what? That'll let me fish some bones out of the yard. Could get the candle for that. It's a fine tempo play. What's that going to cost me? $6 worth of stuff. Ironically, that would use my worm. Well, that's terrible. Use a worm to make a worm? What's wrong? What's wrong with the world? So many things. All right, I could pick up Plague while I'm at it. So many things I'd like to do. Let's go shopping. No, yeah, I hate wasting commit, so let's go. We're going to use our ring at the very least. We're going to get my buddy Worm Golem. We're going to get a candle and a candle for the Crawling Claw. Now I need to spend more. So let's throw in. I'm not planning on using a mushroom yet. Let's bring us up to 7 with 1 to spare, and we spend it on Plague. I have no way to particularly complete it right now, but it could count towards my 2. Yeah, we'll grab Plague. I like Plague. True story. I like all the cards. No bad cards. Okay, that's the end of my buy action. I got these in hand. I got Worm Golem on deck. You can't see Plague because of the glare. Whatever. That's the reality of my lighting here right now. It's nighttime. I gotta have a light on, and I don't have a. It's fine. All right, robot player. What are you doing? You are gonna mess with the market. Specifically, you're gonna take the bottom row of the market and throw that into your pile. So here we go. Deal out replacements. Oh my. There's our friend. Oof. Well, and I just spent all my money. All right. That is the end of the robots action. I get to take actions. I'm going to commit some cards. We're going to commit a candle here and a candle here. 2 commits, and we're good. All right. That is the end of the first month. We are a quarter of the way through the game. That's how it goes. Throw these over there and deal out 2 more. Well, do you like reanimates? Because we got more. Okay, here's where I decide how much I want to risk the ire of those that requested Bone Sphere. Let me think about that. Well, normally I would never go shopping right now. I don't have the much money for the Bone Sphere and the candle. I barely have enough to spend where I am. Maybe the robot. Oh, I missed a step. Just need to stack the piles. Maybe the robot will clear that bottom row. It's extremely unlikely that it specifically will hit that bottom row. I'm willing to risk it. You'll all hate me if I mess that up. I did complete the Crawling Claw, so let's flip that. And that was then the complete step over there. All right, pull Plague down. So I'm going to not, and then I'm going to be real sad if the robot takes it. So here we go. We're digging. Sorry, Bone Sphere, you got to wait just a moment. I need to set you up. Okay, as far as Bone Sphere enablers, yeah, I feel good. I feel good. And then next turn, oh no, next turn I'm Spectral Sighting. Not buying. I've got to push this 2 turns, otherwise I'm missing my ability here. Got to get that full moon ability on time. I could risk leaving more cards behind as a result of that. But I kind of like this. I just like what's happening here. I'm going to take it. Who am I fooling? Take it. Take it. No pushing my luck today, apparently. All right, robot. Mercifully taking the left one. All right, what are we doing here? We're giving our worm a little bit of a feeding. Here, buddy, take that. Do we start on plague? No, these bones are for another. So I'm going to only use one of my commits, even though I could put some into plague. All right, second week. I am going to use my Spectral Sight ability and hope that I have one more chance to stop that Bone Sphere from happening. So, like before, I get to look through all grave piles. I'm going to flip them face up so that you can see. Oh, lovely, lovely. This here, this might look a little bit familiar. Strange Herbivore. What is there to like about this card? Everything. It's worth a lot of money if you sell it. It's a extra credit skull if you happen to use it as a skull. Also happens to be an Okapi skull, which is the mascot of Weird Draft Games, who is publishing this game. So obviously have to take the Okapi skull. And then let's just take the price of passage and these limbs. Oh, I will need a mushroom for our friend Plague here. So I'm going to take this. I am leaving some bones behind, but that's because I think the worm golem's going to help me get them back. Okay, and then one to each. Okay, robot. Whew. Taking the biggest pile, the left, in that case. All right, we go to commits. I am going to start working away at this plague just a bit. Do I want to throw another bone in there? I don't want to get behind on commits. We'll use this mismatched bone because plague doesn't care about which bone type. A little detail you'll see here, a little teaching moment. So here's a project plague. And I've got one card committed to it there, that mushroom. I'm looking to match these four icons here, which it needs a vial, some mushrooms, and 2 bones. This bone here is not a great bone. You can use it wherever, but with a demerit that you would get there. But if you use it just a straight up bone, notice no demerit. So if I'm doing some sorcery, and sorcery tends to not be as picky as which bones you use, I'm not going to get the -1 for that. So that seems like a fine thing to put in my plague. Okay. We are done with that. Nothing is completing because I don't have the worms for my worm golem. So let's go shopping. I promised a bone sphere. I better get a bone sphere. Okay. Make room for this. Such a big project. I mean, it requires 6 bones and a candle. So we're obviously shopping, and we're obviously getting bone sphere. I would also like a vial for plague. Is there anything else we're getting while we're here? If you see something, let me know. But I think I should take the candle, the vial, and the bone sphere. That's 6. That would take up. Now here's a risky play I can do. It's actually not that risky because the robot's not going to mess with the discard. But in another game, it might be risky. I can use this to sell, and I was so excited about that card. Why would I give this card up? Because Senior Worm Golem here is going to let me fish it right back out. So I can play that to my advantage as long as I find a worm, which seems likely. So I'm going to use that as part of my price. So I'm going to spend 6 here, this price of passage, and this strange herbivore. That gives me Unstoppable Bone Sphere and these 2 stock cards. Now, while I'm here, do I want to shop more? No. And the reason why is, remember, my thesis here is I want to get 2 100, 2 200, and 3 200. I've got the 200 and the 100 locked up. Well, they're not done, but lined up going into the end of my second month 2. So I need to leave room for the 300 level projects, and because of that, I don't really want to push here. Reanimate would help me make the bone sphere faster, but it would also compete for the bones. I don't love that. Confusing Concoction would not be a bad option to just have some cards, but I'm not going to push my luck. I want to keep myself open for what's about to come into the market. So calling it good. It's enough. Unfortunately, I would have totally gone for Alchemical Alacrity, but that's another story. Not an option. It gets refilled at the end of the buy action. So, how does stock card get in here? Hello, candles. That's not where you go. All right, what's the robot doing? Robot's taking the leftmost stack. All right, now we can do some commits. Oh, how I would love to finish my worm golem, but no, it must wait. Must wait. So I'll just put one on plague, one on, yeah, I can wait on plague, one on the bone sphere. Okay, those are my two commits. I didn't walk this through, but I would. Nothing completing. We are on to month 4. Oh, excuse me. I'm digging. What do we got here? A single mushroom? No thanks. Don't even need it. Some limbs, and it's not that exciting. I mean, I'd use them, but like, no. Give me the good stuff. Well, it's not cards that I need. It is more money. I'm going to take it over taking a random card off the top of the deck. So I kind of wish I did take the middle pile, but I didn't. Robot. Oh, there. Oh, hey, that's the other card I'm going to fish out with my Worm Golem. Bam. They are with the +1 though. That means that the robot is taking the top row of the market. Goodbye. Okay. Well, the second Bone Sphere, I believe there's 2 in the deck, came out, so I would have had another shot at it if I had missed it, but not a gamble I really wanted to take. Okay. Commits. What am I going to do? Man, I wish I finished that bone golem right about now. That'd be great. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off Plague with another bone here. And Bone Sphere is going to take forever. I'm going to put one of these ribs in there. So that'll complete Plague. We're at the commit step here. Then we just do the complete step. These all go away. That goes back. So now I have this ability. Whenever the moon is half, I may deal 1 card to each pile, which, benefits everyone, but then I can immediately dig and take advantage of that. So I'm going to put that next to my spectral sight, so I have my lunar abilities kind of together. Some people have taken note of this in the graphic design. The cards are designed so that when you complete them, you flip them over. And the only information you'll ever need to consult during gameplay is on the left. This is just flavor text, and this is some information for, sorry, it's not in focus, very particular thesis cards that might care about the composition of your projects. So you might need to look at that. But basically, you're set up to just cover this card, and so you can save on table space by kind of nesting your cards together like I did there. Yeah. All right. We've reached the end of the second month. We're halfway through the game. We're well on our way to our thesis. Well, it could still go not well if we don't pick up some 300 level projects and complete them. But guess what? It's time to do that. All right, what am I worried about here? What could go wrong for us? Well, we need to get some points. And Bone Sphere, as lovely as a card it is, it doesn't actually do anything for us. It's just a whole bunch of points, which, hey, whole bunch of points, it's great. But it's not going to accelerate us in any way. So I'm not going to go shopping yet, although I do have the money for it. Can't quite see there, but I've got what, $8 worth of stuff to spend. But I need materials. I don't need money for projects. I need to put stuff into projects. So what I'd love to get is a bone, get the good cards, put them in a Bone Sphere, and get done with that. So let's go dig. All right, it's got the worm. This is always the test of my resolve. Is the next pile has 4 cards, and this has 3 cards, but the 3 cards are mediocre. I mean, I'd use 2 of them, so it's fine, but I'm not excited. I want to be excited about what I pulled out, so I'm going to push my luck. I'm going to go to the next one. And grab what is almost certainly not a worm, but is 4 cards. I kind of wish I'd taken the first pile. I'm going to stick with this one. At least having lots of cards gives me some options. Oh, I was going to plague and dump cards in there. Well, too late. I didn't do it. I was going to take advantage of that extra influx, but oh well. I got so excited about the size of the gray piles, I didn't realize they could be even bigger. Okay, let's see what the robot's doing. Robot is going to, in fact, take that middle pile. And as if they're a player taking that adds there. Well, that does mean I'm going to be able to loot that pretty well. That may come up. We'll see. All right. On to the commit step. Didn't get the worm. Do need to keep the ball rolling. I'm going to put the mismatched bone in there and the rib. Why am I keeping the limbs open? Crawling Claw. case I need Crawling Claw. I do like to keep the limbs open. So that's 3 of the 6 bones. That's halfway through a bone sphere. 2 of the other ones are going to come from here. Discard pile. Just you wait. But none for now. Okay. It is the full moon. You know, this month has 2 full moons. It's just perfect. Just perfect for a full moon. I think the second one actually occurs on Halloween. It's fantastic. What a great time to launch this Kickstarter, a double full moon October. All right. I can use Spectral Sight ability here, and the reason I might not want to, when I normally would, Spectral Sight lets me look through all the piles, take any 3 cards. So it's great if there's a distributed value. This first pile has 5 cards. Maybe there are better cards in here, but I kind of just want to take the huge stack of cards. Also, I know there's a worm in it, so I'm going to not use Spectral Sight. I'm gonna go digging. Did it get better? This seems probably like the 3 cards I would have taken, but plus 2 more cards that I don't want. So yeah, let's get it. Get in there. Take it. Oh, look at that. Look at that hand of cards. My goodness. Robot, what do you think about that? You think take the left pile. Too late, sir. Too late. I already got there. Okay. So we commit. Oh, I never even talked about these little markers here and how they're totally prototype things. These are things I got from, I think those are from MeepleSource. They're just these adorable little skulls. Well, I mean, they're not really adorable. They're kind of creepy, but they're creepy cute in the way that this game is. That's totally not in focus. But these are not like official components. These are prototype components. They just happen to be what I use. I believe we have a stretch goal up to explore some nice 3-dimensional options there versus chipboard with window. We'll see. We'll see what we're feeling. Okay. I'm committing cards, and I'm committing a very important card, Worm. Do I want to push the Bone Sphere along a little bit more? Yeah, I don't think I can afford to keep not using my commits. So this Bone Sphere looks like it'll be a 8-point Bone Sphere, which is totally great by me. Yeah, that's the right call. All right, completing our friend Worm Golem. What does Worm Golem do? I get to take up to 2 bone cards from the discard. Huh, that's funny. I remember there being some good ones in there. Let's go get them. Okay, from the discard, I want these avian remains, and I want the Okapi skull. Those are the 2 I'm going to take. Worm Golem is completed. Doesn't do anything except for look cute after it's completed. Just chilling. Put him up there. Feel like he's a mascot. Oh, put him in the high glare area there off to the side. I can kind of see him. All right. Here we go. 3rd week. What are we doing? All right. Bone Sphere is actually wrapped up. I've got the cards for it. It's happening. So let's go get something else. A nice 300 level project would be great. None that are going to give us powers. Bone Sculpture is just like Bone Sphere in that it likes plus bones a little bit. Just a little bit. Fungal Animate is a great player here. Apparently I'm playing this reanimation build. I got my Crawling Claw, I got my Bone Sphere. Let's dip in and get something. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up this Alchemic Alacrity, so I have the option. You know, I just had a wild thought. Call me crazy. This doesn't fit with my thesis at all. Why would I do this? Double Bone Sphere? Double Bone Sphere? It could happen. I haven't done anything to make that a good idea at all. No acceleration on my commits. It's probably no. You know what? As much as I'm going for the fan service, okay, yeah, no, I'm double bone steering. All right, let's do it. Let's get there. Okay, so here's what we're buying: Bone Sphere, check. Candle, check. Alchemic Alacrity and its accompanying vial. What's that going to set me back? That's math. That's $9. If I'm just selling my valuables and not trying to get into anything else, which may or may not be a good idea depending on my 300 level product. Oh, I do need to work on the thesis. I'm going to get the fungal animate as well. and a candle. So this is entirely too many things to commit to. This is really going in way too deep. I've made all the mistakes already, but hey, is what it is. So that's 10, 14. I'm a little short. I'm a little short. 8, that's 11. I need more. I don't want to lose all of my mushrooms because I need them for fungal animate. So we'll take the most expensive one. Let's be 13, and then I guess we can spare one mushroom. So then we're just looking for one more. Wow, big purchase, and it doesn't even get me all the way to my thesis. But hey, we're going for it. All right, double bone sphere. Y'all pressured me into it. Okay, I'm gonna put this. I may just have to not have my hand be visible. Maybe that's the best way to do this. Okay, bone sphere 1, bone sphere 2. That's so ridiculous. Ah, why did you do this? Don't do this at home. I mean, if I complete them both, it'll be amazing. Except for I'm totally going to blow right by my thesis. All right, let's commit some cards. Enough chatter. I gotta get that alchemical alacrity going. There's no way that I will be a success if I don't do that. And we'll get a candle going. I mean, it's not finishing my bone sphere, but the reason is I gotta set up things if this insanity is gonna go. Oh, I skipped right past the robot and restocking the market. So eager. Wow, did really so many reanimates come up? That's wild, actually. They're taking this lap. Okay, now that the robot has done their thing. Don't like the term robot there. I think we need something more thematic. Your rival student of some sort. That's just theme. Something will go in the rule book, but I'd like a better term there. All right. It's the new moon. What are we doing here? We digging? Yeah. Probably. Why wouldn't we? The only reason we wouldn't is if we're going to cram, which is going to leave us a little too material starved, which means we would definitely need to dig going into the first quarter. I am going to dig. I don't know what I thought I was going to get, but it's got to be better than that. I should have got two. Hey, two double skulls. You know what? Given the number of bones I'm going to burn through, I think double skulls is where it is. Makes me wish I had an abomination to work on. I do not have time for that now, but given everything I've bitten off. All right, robot, what are you doing? Ooh, tasty bones. Going for the middle pile. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing first, next round. But first, let's see what happens here. Did I? Or, no, I didn't already do my commits. Okay, let's commit some cards. We're going to work on alchemic alacrity bit by bit. That's our commits in a bottle. Sorry that I sometimes go fast by these things. I don't explain what the cards do, but that's because I'm trying to mix chatting with you and playing a game that doesn't take forever because I'm explaining everything. So one for that, and let's throw one of the cards onto the bone sphere. Okay, got it. All right, nothing completing. So we are in the last stretch, week 1 of month 4. Just why is it reanimations for days? Good question. I just want to build all the bone things. Sorry, there's not a clear delineation here. Market this side, my own trashy projects on this side. Now remember, I need another 300 level project or my thesis is going to be a failure, and this is a 7-point thesis. So you can see now how I was worried about not getting the 2 300s, and that's what I thought might go awry. I've only got one and I haven't even finished it. All right, one last step to moving things forward is 1 on each pile. I'm going to use my plague ability here, which is when my turn begins, I may deal 1 card to each pile. And then I'm going to go digging. And then I'm almost certainly going to take whatever this pile of garbage. Oh, hey, this one's for Cody. Cody wanted this. Wanted this. You wanted bone spheres. You wanted Dino Skull. How about both? Yeah. I didn't. I'm not even gonna look through the rest of the pile. I mean, I did. I was gonna take it. Okay. Our arrival says biggest pile, leftmost tide. Okay, we're about to shuffle the deck here. If we had any discard effects, we'd have to be a little worried about that because this is the time when there's the most options in there. We move on to commits. So I think we burn through the alchemic alacrity right away. We don't wait. Sometimes I like to queue this card up. Let me tell you about this card. Okay, alchemic alacrity is an alchemy project. Like all alchemy projects, it doesn't like it if you commit more than one card in a turn. So you got to slow your roll. Do them slowly. Keep that thing stirred. When this one is completed, you get to commit up to 3 cards. So essentially, it lets you accelerate. And if you save it till the right moment, when you have a handful of cards and plenty of things to do, you'll be great. That's actually been me the whole game, so I don't feel like I need to save this. So we're gonna put that last little worm in there. Finish that puppy off. And I didn't use the special hands on that. And I got one more commit in addition to that before we get its effect. So let's Bone Sphere, Bone Sphere, Bone Sphere, Bone Sphere. Okay. All right. Now we move on to our completes. So we'll complete this Bone Sphere first. So only uses normal bones, so normally these plus cards wouldn't work, except for Bone Sphere has text that says, don't worry, they still do. So the 2 Okapi skulls, the Okapi skull and the Dino skull. Here. This is the shot right there. That's everything that's great about this one. So it's going to get 2 + 1, 2 extra credit markers on top of the 6. So it's going to be an 8-point Bone Sphere. I haven't pulled out any extra credit markers this game. There we go. You go up here with your worm golem, buddy. 8-point Bone Sphere. I hope you're happy. Everybody who wanted that to happen. It happened. Okay. Also, completing alchemic alacrity. So we get to commit up to 3 cards. Let's not forget to finish fungal animate, and actually let's just finish it right now. So I'm just going to jam my 3 commits are going to be 2 mushrooms and a bone into that. It's just going to finish our little friend all at once. Bam! Oh, I love alchemic alacrity. That is what you need if you want to move fast. Okay, I'm going to reorient my projects a bit. Okay, I'm feeling much better about where we are because I actually only have 1 active project at this point. It's a vanity project that I'm doing for funsies. So I feel kind of okay about that. We are going to need to shop to go get another. I have all the bones for it. I could just cram the way through it, but I need to get 1 more 300. Which frankly I can buy my way to. Mirror image is just, it's stock ingredients. Oh, mirror image actually might be perfect. Anyway, let's move on to the full moon. Am I going to Spectral Sight, or am I going to go shop and pick up my 300 level project? I believe I have time to do this. Okay, my pause there on is that mirror image is actually kind of a perfect fit for what we got going on right now. It allows, if I think I'm ever going to use the cram action, mirror image is just a better cram action. It's draw 2, then commit up to 2, where cram, which is an innate action, is commit 2. So this is just better. And for a very cheap, relatively, $6 sets me up for everything I need. My only question is, am I getting it now, completing it, and using it on the next 2 turns, or something else? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. It'll probably work out. So I'm going to need at least all my money. I'm going to need $6 to go get it, because I want to keep the option to get my Bone Sphere. So 2 for it and 2 for the candles, and 2 for each candle, so that's 6. And I'm going to expend all the bones that I was going to use on that thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodbye. Oh, phylactery. That's a great card to Crawling Claw or to use your Distilling Draft key into. But that's not what we're doing today, is it? Robot's taking this pile. I wanted that pile. But, up, and we're going to need a quick shuffle. Go through the deck. Here we go. Quick check off here. Yep. Okay. I do like to make sure the technology is working. Sometimes technology doesn't work. I believe the technology is working. All right. You may notice this is not the most robust shuffle. Something I like to say about this game is it is tend to be self-shuffling. There's not often a huge affinity to cards clumping, so I'm a stickler for a good shuffle, and you can be kind of lazy with this game. Okay, we bought our stuff. The robot did their thing. We're committing cards. I'm just going to go ahead and complete Mirror Image right now by committing 2 cards to it and flipping it, because that's all it took. Easy project to do, just out of hand if you got the money. Okay, we can rest easy on one thing, and that thing is that we have completed our thesis, which was to do 2 100, 2 200, and 2 300. We cannot rest easy, and that we need to finish this bone sphere. And by need, I mean I want to. So what's the problem with that? Number one, this thing takes a total of 7 commits, and I only have, if with no shenanigans, there's only, wow, I have to mirror image this way. There's only 2 this turn, 2 that turn, so that's 4. So if I have any hope of rolling this bone sphere, I need to use cram, or in my case, mirror image, to get there. Why does this make me uncomfortable? Because I only have 3 cards to finish this 7-card project, so I'm really just hoping to draw the remaining bones off of the top of the deck and have no misses. That makes me uncomfortable. But if I do it, I'm a superhero. Okay, if I wanted to be more reasonable and less silly, what would I do? I would probably just pick up Bone Sculpture and finish it because it's actually, finishable out of hand. Or I'd pick up something like Mutation Mixture that I could chew through really quickly. But we're not doing what's reasonable, are we? We're rolling 2 bone spheres. That's what we came here to do. That's what we're going to try to do. So, 3rd quarter, what am I going to do? I would Plague just for funsies, add more cards here, but we're doing the mirror image action. It literally doesn't benefit us, and I don't want to feed cards to the robot player. Screw you, robot. This is the mirror image game now. All right, mirror image, draw 2. If these aren't bones, then bone sphere is off. I'm sorry. I'm sad. Are you sad? I'm sad bone sphere is off. Oh, bone sphere. You were perhaps too much. All right, well, we draw 2 cards. Then we may commit 2 cards. All right, I tried my bone sphere. I went down the crazy path. You don't get anything. You don't collect bonus points at the end for committed cards, so I'm not going to throw them into the bone sphere. I'll just sit here and look at it, pet it. Which means no commits this turn. What is the robot doing, though? I'm taking that left pile. Jerk. Okay, no commits, no completes. Last action, we could mirror image. We could buy. Okay, the correct choice here, which I cannot afford, blast, would be but pick up Bone Sculpture and put these 2 bones into it. Unfortunately, Bone Sculpture costs 6 because it's so darn easy. That's why it costs 6, and I would only have 4 to spend on it. So I'm short. So our best move here is to just try to get more money to potentially get more bonus points at the end of the game and or tiebreaker, because there's no other project I can complete. So let's go digging for money. I said digging for money, not a $1 worm. No thanks. $2. No, I can get $2 out of 1 card instead of 2 cards. See, there we go. $3. I'll take it. $3 earn. And Robot finishing off its game by grabbing 2 cards. Okay, that will go out. We go into commit. I'm not committing anything. I'm not completing anything. We have reached the end of the final turn. Let's go to scoring. So let me clean up some space here so we can look at what I did. Okay, take apart the board there. All right, bringing it in. Look at what we have brought. I feel pretty good about it. How do you feel about it? Oh, Bone Sphere. Your second Bone Sphere. I'm going to put you down here in my shame pile. So just to begin with, we'll check our thesis card. It wanted 2 100. I have Crawling Claw and Spectral Sight and Worm Golem. 2 200. We got 1 Bone Sphere, Alchemical Alacrity and Plague. So we got 3. And 2 300 level products. We got Mirror Image and Fungal Animate. We made it happen. That's for 7 points. Bam. All right. What else do we cover? We got, let's just make some piles of 10 because that's how I count. And it seems to be how most people count, probably on account because of how many cards we have. Fingers. I have 10 fingers. All right. Worm Golem and Bone Sphere, 8-point Bone Sphere, that's 10. Diligent and Alchemical Alacrity, that's 10. This is why I usually avoid scoring the robot on stream, because I hate counting with people watching me. All right, that's another pile of 10 there. There's no downside to the Bone Sphere I didn't complete. There's no penalty. And I got 2 here. Now, additionally, every $8 in your hand is worth an extra point. I like to just put a little extra credit mark for there. Despite getting that last 3, I was already at 8, so didn't need it. All right, so our final score is 10, 20, 30, 33 points, which is acceptable. It's not the most magnificent. In fact, it's my lowest in a while, if I'm admitting, although if I do say so myself, I'm pretty good at this game. Frankly, the thing that I needed was one more project. Second Bone Sphere, were it to have happened, and I had a +1 on that, would be another 7 points, which would have put me at 40. But again, I would have had to top deck 4 bones in a row in order to get that. That's a tall order, and I didn't even get close. It's just two mushrooms right out of the gate. Just smack down all hope all at once. I did try. All right. So we have it. The game is Studies in Sorcery. It is available on Kickstarter currently. The link is here in the description of the video. There's also a link to a fantastic video on how to play. I say fantastic, that's not me tuning my own horn. That was made by some other lovely folks. And I highly recommend you check that out. There's also the Board Game Geek page where you can favorite the game and all that and find all sorts more videos and stuff. So I recommend you check that out. I'm now going to count cards. I'm going to count up totals of cards to find out what our friend Robot did. But you see, I gave you all that information to distract you so that you don't distract me while I'm trying to count numbers. I'm distracting myself. How sad is that? All right, we got $40 so far. And numbers are hard. 40. Wow, my brain just shuts down sometimes. 48 $48 there. And how often, for my own edification, did they take the market? 48. 12. Whew. I fed them a lot of cards. I fed them so many cards. That robot took, and that was without me putting the gas on Plague the whole time. Whew. Could have done better that game for sure. Oh, these are my cards. Good. All right. Didn't achieve double Bone Sphere. I tried. I really did try. But I did get the dinosaur skull into the Bone Sphere, and I think that's worth something. All right. With that, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed this round of Study in Sorcery, and I'll see you next time.